mountaintop, burning like a silver flame, the summit of beauty and love, and Venus was her name. She's got it, yeah baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. Our weapons were crystal eyes, making every man mad. Black as the dark night she was, got what no one else had. She's got it, yeah baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. She's got it, yeah baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. I got us on a mountaintop, burning like a silver flame, the summit of beauty and love, and Venus was her name. She's got it, yeah baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. All about control. And if you can take it, all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pain. And who's gonna make it?
Rest in peace,
I am
Lemmy.
the game. You don't wanna play me. I am control. No way you can shake me. I am heavy debt.
Rest
No way
in
you
peace
can
to the
shake
great
me.
Lemmy. And we are gonna rock and roll today, everybody. How's it going? How are you? It's Saturday, and today we have a brand new plugin. Well, not new, like let's say a reborn plugin. It's reborn. Anyhow, it's reborn, and we're gonna use it today. It's gonna be fun. How's it going, everybody? What's going on? Ton Guitarra, Pedro. Nice to see you, fellas. And today we are hanging out with Audified's newly revised and re-released Multi-Drive Pro. It used to be called Multi-Drive Pedal Pro. Now it's just called Multi-Drive Pro. This was one of the many plugins that sort of just went missing. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to presume that I know what happened. I know some people really hate the angled look on these. I like it. It's different. Some are like, I can't see the settings. Well, it shows it to you at a big old percentage right in front of your face. So there's that if you need it. So I'm going to use this today, and there are many pedals inside here. We have, as you can see, a whole bunch of pedals. We're going to check them all out today. along with, yeah, I don't think we're going to go through the presets. I think we'll be okay. But still, it's going to be about, I think, about 90 minutes today. Not, maybe shorter, maybe longer. And usually we don't do anything shorter than 90 minutes around here. So be at least 90 minutes. All right. So today I am going to get started with our very good bestie best McBesterton. This is my favorite plugin ever made on Earth currently. This is Ampcraft 1992 by Kazrog. And again, welcome to the show, everybody. Got a good show for you. Good show. Yum. I don't know why that's yum, but it's yum. Okay, so we're gonna just kind of get started slowly here, get some fun tones. As always, you guys know that I'm always using my own little special blend here just because I want to know what just the pedal is giving me. So let's see what we got here. I know that's quiet. Just give me a sec. I'm not in tune at all right now. I haven't even started to tune this thing. Ah! Exactly. Anyhow, today, it's been a fun day so far. Went out and played my Saturday fall disc golf league round. And you're like, is there competitive disc golf? Yeah, there absolutely is competitive disc golf. Lots of it. And professional as well. Right on YouTube, you can check out Jomez, Jomez. And you will find it. And we should be okay here in a second. And I'm using my Paul Stanley signature, aka my random Iceman. It's import made. It is a Chinese made, and this is a Bill Lawrence L500XL, aka my favorite bridge pickup ever made. We're gonna be using that today, and maybe something else. We'll see if we get to the neck with some of the fuzz pedals. Excuse me. All right, folks, we are just going to dial things in nice and slow. And hopefully people jump in today. We'll see what happens. All right, this is the plugin we're looking at here. Wondering why the level is so... It's a little better. Weird, I see this is a plus and a minus. What is it for? I'm clicking it. It doesn't do nothing. Hang on. I don't know what it's doing. It doesn't do anything. Kind of strange that they would do it like that. I don't know what those are for, but nonetheless, this thing is still pretty awesome. 5 people in the chat. Do tell me hello when you arrive. I always like to say hi. If you're a first timer, say hi anyway. And I'm going to be honest with you. I remember this plugin being just better. I remember I'm going to install the old version and compare it to the new version just for fun and see what we end up with, but it doesn't sound bad. I'm not saying it sounds bad. I'm just saying I remember it being a little bit better. Sounds pretty good so far. I'm gonna just fix this just a tiny bit. How bad do you want to hear that new arch spire? I want to hear it real bad. Okay. We'll see. Right now, I'm not fully in love with the tone just yet. We'll get there. This used to, at one point in time, I used this a ton. I will show you what my main rig was, my main digital go-tos were way back when this pedal was around, or rather when this plugin was around. Now, inside this plugin, you get access to a couple of different screamers. You got the 9 Scream, the Blues Driver, Boss Blues Driver, aka B Drive, O Drive, the Boss Overdrive, Boss Super Overdrive, S Drive, the DS1 Boss 1 distortion, they call it on here. We've got a Rat distortion, aka the Bat. We've got a geez, what is this one again? Somebody told me last time. Distortion Plus. Is that what this is? The Distortion Plus? I can't remember what this one is. It's a DOD. It's a classic unit. This is kind of the Randy Rhoads pedal, right? Fuck. I always forget the name of this stupid thing. We've got a metal zone, folks. We've got a metal zone in the house. This is a good metal zone, too, from what I remember. So we'll dial this guy in a little bit later. And we've got a fuzz face. What was that? Let's try that again. It didn't do it twice. Fucking hear that noise? And that is just the T-boost, which, good lord, man. It's a noisy pedal. Anyway, we'll go back to the 808 Scream and just kind of continue to just pick away here. Are we getting spoiled by technology? Yes, absolutely we are. Without question. Without question, we are spoiled by technology. No question, without question. Yes. That's a bit odd sounding. Doesn't normally sound quite like that. All right, now let's tinker with this a little bit more. That's chonky. It's a big old chunk over that. Let's try the 9 scream. Indeed. This is fun. This just kind of got, I don't know. I had no idea they were gonna put this back out. I had no idea. I thought this was gone forever. And they had some amazing plugins, and they still do over at Audified. They still have the GK Bass, I think, and this is maybe one of the sleeper plugins out there is their GK Bass Pro. What is it? GK Pro? GK3 Pro? Hold on. Let's go to Audified. They also had another plugin. They had an amp sim. That weirds me out, man. This David Nazi guy. Man, that could dude. Does that dude weird anybody else out? I'm not saying he's not a nice guy. He's probably an amazing dude. Videos looks like a super villain. You know? I'm sorry. Guy looks like a super villain. What do you want from me? You can say I look like whatever the fuck you want if it makes you happy. GK Amplification 3 Pro. This is the one here. This is an absolutely stellar bass plugin. Amazing bass, incredible bass plugin. Like maybe top 3 all time. I'm going to be honest with you. Top 3 all time. I will tell you that right now. It is fan-fucking-tastic. It sounds warm, punchy, real. It really does give you that feeling that you're standing in front of a bass amp. You don't feel the air moving, obviously, but you can almost envision it because the tones really do sound warm, punchy, like a real amp. And the cabinets, everything sounds perfect. All of it. And the plugin that we are talking about today, let's go to plugins. And it's just come out now. This is $69, which for all these pedals, and they are all done quite well. Quite well. And 100% and worth $69. 100%. Try it though. Don't take my word for it. Never take anybody's word for it. If there's a free trial available, free trial, boom, right there. Go right ahead. So we're just chilling with that today. We're going to go amp sim to amp sim. And now I'm going to go to my old, this is going to be interesting here. Back in the day, this was my go-to. This plugin right here was my go-to. And turn the cab off. I can get it all set up just right. It'll be does not take long. This is Mercurial Audio's Tube Amp Ultra 530 based off, of course, the old E530 units that were phenomenally popular, still are phenomenally popular. And this thing can chug. Okay? So let's see where we're at here. Now I think we got our man here. We got our man. I'm using my impulse response for now, but this thing is awesome. Awesome. Wow, this is a slow stream today. Audified, not the biggest company in the game, but I'm not here to talk about neural DSP and STL tones all day, every day. That is not what this channel is about. This channel is about showcasing the best developers worldwide, regardless of their advertising budget, their social media following. We're talking about quality. And yes, neural DSP and STL tones are absolutely in that upper echelon of quality. But so is Audified. And Audified has been doing this for a very long time. This is not a brand new developer. This is not a brand new company that just came out. This is not their first plugin or their first rodeo. This company has been around for a minute. And like when I say a minute, they've been around for well over 10 years. And I want to say, I'd be willing to say 20 years. This company has been around for 20. I would be willing to suggest that this company has to be around. About us. Let's find out. Is there something who we are? 20 years. Audified was founded more than 20 years ago. And I've been using, I honestly cannot remember off the top of my head which of their plugins. They had this plugin and it's not around anymore. And by the way, they've got nice, beautiful saturator, compressor, an EQ, another EQ, and what's called Linda Iron Verb. And that is, there also used to be another amp sim. And I don't know where that went. There used to be another amp sim called the Linda Amp or something. I don't know where that went. There was just a real weird shift in plugins. They also have this tone knob series that I've not tried. Streamline your workflow. These are obviously shortcutty type plugins, and I have nothing against shortcutty type plugins for anyone to use if the shortcut it's actually creating is good and is not rounding off quality somewhere else. Then fuck yeah, do it, get it. I have no idea what these do, and I cannot vouch for them. But I mean, anything this company has ever done that I've ever used has been done with quality. But yeah, a Multi-Drive Pedal Pro was one of the very first plugins of theirs that I remember really, really like using and abusing. This screamer, one of these screamers was on everything I did for a good amount of time. Sounds pretty darn good. If you've never seen this plugin before or heard this plugin before, you really oughta. You really got to go get it. It's available inside AmpBox. I'm not sure if the standalone is even still available. Is it? I'm not sure. Man, our chat is slow as balls today, folks. This is a slow one. I wonder where everyone's at. And you're wondering, is he checking his phone midstream? If you've never seen this stream before. All right. We are slow today. There's more top end in this, top end headroom in this than you could ever need, ever. And then you blend in the chorus a little bit, and this thing starts to really come alive. So off. And on. Sounds terrific. And I cannot wait to change the strings on this. I'm gonna they've still got some bunch of life left in them, so I'm trying to conserve cash like that. But I cannot wait to change these strings because I hate having a plain. I hate having a plain G. When I'm playing in like anything lower than E flat or maybe D, I just can absolutely loathe having anything but a wound G. Oh, man. And I've said it before, and I've said it again. The next time, and I never think about it, I'm going to go order tuners for this guitar 2 fucking day. We'll go on. We'll find something wonderful on Geiger. It'll come from China. And this is going to be loud. Really? Are you serious right now? Holy smokes. Are we serious? Yeah, unpredictable. These tuners are they're done. They're roasted. If you guys ever see me use this guitar again and say these tuners are actually fine, tell me I'm just rip the Band-Aid off, man. Tyler, it's time. It's time to get new tuners for the Iceman. It deserves it. This guitar is serves me super well. So, I really should. I should just get some new tuners for it. I fucking hate these style pegs anyways. I always wanted to do something different. I really don't like these style, the half moon or whatever. Not half moon. I don't know what you want to call these. There's probably some sort of name for them if you look them up. But I'm going to go with like maybe a tulip tuner with like and go with something like I went with the Studio Lord, where like the pegs match the binding. Like you've got like that vintagey yellowy, you know what I mean? That creamy color. I'm going to get some pegs like that, and they'll look nice. I guarantee it. So this was the guy. This was the pedal, and this was the amp sim that I used a lot. By the way, did you guys hear that Dino Cazares has put out... Normally it excites me anytime Dino does anything because Dino is an idol of mine. But really, it kind of sucks, man. Dino Cazares and Chop Tones have collaborated on a bunch of tone packs, which is pretty cool. Because Chop Tone stuff, while egregiously overpriced, does carry a very high level of quality. And you might be thinking, well, if it carries lots of quality, how is it overpriced? It just is. To me, the Chop Tone stuff has always priced itself far enough out of people's hands that I believe that if they were to price their stuff just a little bit down, come on down from where you were at there, price your stuff a little closer to the industry standard stuff. Yeah, even the high end of industry standard, And I believe that a lot of people would use a lot of Chop Tone stuff. But I believe that in some cases that the price of Chop Tone's IR packs and some of the other stuff that Chop Tones is priced at a level that I don't believe people will give it a try, really, because there's not really he does condensed packs though for IRs that are cheaper. The reason his packs are so expensive is because he provides so many files and so many positions and so many mics. So really, are they worth it? That really depends on, like, we're talking about half positions, you know, like he really goes far and above. Then he's got his stripped down, more condensed packs that are a lot more affordable, which is fine. Check out Chop Tones. But guys, folks, fellas, people, these packs at Chop Tones for Dino Kazari's are priced on a level that I don't know if anybody will ever try them. The packs are priced $15 higher than his plugins. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. His packs are priced at $100 on sale, $146, and when it comes to full price, the packs are $200. I want to make sure that I have that correctly before I go and say that, though. Chop Tones. Weedly deedly deedly dee. This amp sim is a bit weird. I don't know. This is I don't know what the story with this thing is. I've not tried it, but I can promise you without a shadow of a doubt that $81 for this, $81 for that. I'm sorry, folks, and most of the time that's a free amp sim. I'm not saying he shouldn't charge for it, but I think the max price should be $48 and the sale price should be around $25. I don't care how good this is. I just don't care. It's not, and 81 again, this is just where we're at right now with this. They do a lot. They do profiles for everything you could ever fucking imagine. Everything. Everything that you can imagine. They have profiles. And cabinets will go to the cabinets, complete packs, blended packs, mastered packs, essential packs. So I think the essentials packs are his cheaper ones. And now these are very well priced, okay? So I'd like to go back and take it back that everything there is overpriced. These are very well priced right here. And I have used these, and I do have some of these kicking around. I have, I think, a handful of them. And they're very good. Super good stuff. $14.99 for the Chop Tones Essential Packs. But before those, he had the complete packs. And most of the stuff that he had was more along this line of $65 and $70 and stuff like that, which for an IR pack is shooting for the stars, kind of, you know. Blended packs. Yeah, these are again $32. That's a good solid price for an IR pack. I don't know what the story with mastered packs is. What's the mastered pack? I don't know what that means. Chop Tones Master were created with guitars. Quality of. Okay, so that is a word salad. I just read a word salad. You guys, like, this is such a word salad. You guys, if anybody that follows enough, that reads enough plugin pages and plugin developer websites, whatever. There's what we call word salad. Is when they jam a bunch of buzzwords and exciting words together and don't really say anything. So again, Chop Tones mastered IR packs are created with guitarists and producers' needs in mind. What does that mean? Offering the most accurate product on the impulse response market. What does that mean? What do you mean? Tell me, what does that mean? How? We brought the quality of our product a step higher. What does that mean? Blending the most valuable cabs and microphones. Says who? What does that mean? Customizing each IR for a perfect tone. What does that mean? How did you customize them? What did you do? It's a word salad. How does that differ? Sorry, guys, I'm not trying to drag this company, but I hate that sort of marketing. Okay, so this is now the blended packs are Jump Tones IRs. Packs are created blending the most valuable cabs and microphones. Says who? Valuable? Most valuable? What do you mean? Does that mean the most valuable, meaning like money, monetary wise, money wise? Taking your tone experience to the next level. What does that mean? Buzzword, buzzword, buzzword. Essential packs. Chop Tones Essential IR packs lead you to a world of master grade, professionally made impulse response. Okay, that I agree with. His packs are master grade, professionally made. Yep. Impulse responses. I understand what you said there. A small, straight to the point pack. All you need to take your tone experience a step higher. Fantastic. That told me exactly what these are. You see what I mean, though, about word salad? Like, how many times have we heard machine learning over the past 5 years? Now it's all about AI, though. And you guys, yes, I am trying to get my hands on the new... I'm going to try my very best to get my hands on the new positive grid AI thingy. I do not believe, in fact, if I'm going to say it right now. If it's... I mean, I don't even know what I'm offering you guys, but if I like it, if I really like it, I will not lie to you guys. If I like the new positive grid, I will be so shocked that I would be willing to do something well out of my character. Baritone, go Eddie! Thanks for stopping in, buddy. We're slow today. Kidney bean. Man. So, yeah. What are you guys up to this weekend? Do tell. I am curious. I'm going to switch amp sims in a minute, but this is like the rig that... This is so fun for me because on my old albums, this was a sound that you heard a lot. Was... Audified's Multi-Drive Pedal Pro, which is now called Multi-Drive Pro. And along with the U530 here from Mercurial Audio, and I think it's probably got to be $40 at this point. And listen to this fucking thing. I've done that before, Eddie. It's a young man. That's young man's work. There was one time I was working this job, and I'm not trying to one-up your story at all because it was just similar. I was with this, working with a bunch of flooring guys. I was sort of their, not regular worker, but when they had big jobs, I was the guy they would call to just handle like whatever shitty laboring. And we got, my boss got hired to completely refloor and recarpet, retile the entire flooring for a hotel that was up north. And it was cold. It was freezing. It was in the minus 30s. It was brutal. And our supplies, something happened with the vehicle that was bringing a lot of our supplies to this place. So we had 2 days where we couldn't do really jack shit because we had nothing to do. We had no materials, but we showed up to work. Problem is, it showed up 2 days late, and we had another job booked the very next week. So we literally had to stay up. Like, there was almost no sleeping. There was napping, but nobody actually went to bed for the 5 remaining days. I'm not even say 4.5 days because we still had to drive back on the Sunday. So it was insane. So you just work until you felt like you were about to pass out, and then you would lay down for a couple of hours and someone would wake you up, and then you'd work until you'd almost pass out. And you just kept on doing that and drinking water and doing it and doing it and doing it. And I think when I got home, I slept for a solid, I think I slept for like 2 straight days. And I just did not wake up for 2 straight days. Got up to pee, got up, had some munchies, drank a beer, and went back to sleep or something along those lines. So I can definitely feel you on that, on the exhausted, doing like multiple shift kind of scenarios. It's just the worst, man. Working tired is just, it's so shitty. I can't do the trim picks like I used to. This thing still fucking rips, and this plugin is probably in its infancy. I'm assuming this has probably got to be a 15-year-old plugin. Guys, folks out there, this is what? Well, how old do you figure this wager this is? It's got to be 15 years old now. It's got to be. I relate everything to my relationship. And I've been with the same person for 13 years. And I try to think, did I know of this plugin before I was with my missus? And if it is, then I try to count how many years prior to that. So it's got to be at least a 15-year-old plugin. It has to be. Has to be. Hi, buddy. Sam's coming through, everybody. Samuel's coming through. No. Don't step on the keyboard. Oh, little man, straight in the window. Come on now. He did something there, too. I just don't know what he did. I have no idea what he did, but he did something. Cat stepping on keyboards is the most insane thing ever. Like, at one point, my cat, and you can ask the guys in the chat that are from the staff, the guys in the chat from the staff, they remember when, actually 2 or 3 times now, that my cat has just decided that he'd like to fully sit and loaf on the keyboard. Now, think of all the different possible like double key and triple key things that they can do. Because when we're talking about a keyboard like this, we're talking about a cat that's like loafing on it with like 4 pads somewhere in here. So there's a million fucking things that they could possibly do to your computer if the keyboard. So now I have to like put the keyboard up where he cannot do that. It's hilarious. Holy shit. Really? At gunpoint? He must have called the police, though. That shit would not work. Well, I can't say that shit wouldn't work. I don't know, man. Canadians are built a little bit different. Things are just different here with obviously with the firearm thing, but in Canada, I would be, if you point like, because guns are so not seen like in that same light. It's just different. It's just different it's just different. I don't know how to better. Oh, he did something too. What did he do? Oh no. What did he do? He fucking did it too. I don't know what he did though. How do I get this under this view? Oh my god, he did something. But what did he do? Legit, he did something, but I can't undo it. Guys, hold on. Excuse me. What the fuck? I can't get... What the hell? Whoops. Can anybody tell me how the fuck I'm supposed to deal with this? Loop time, no. Loop time selection locked. Unlock now and remove. No. I have no idea how to undo this, guys. How did you do that? I saw that the screen moved when he did it. He stepped on one of the F keys. Oh no. How did he do this? What did he do? My screen is locked. I can't move Reaper at all. I can't see what's down below it. I can't see what's above it. I can't do anything right now. Samuel! Midstream with one paw. Yeah, but it's just different in Canada. In Canada, I would be willing to suggest that up here, if you pull a gun on somebody and point it at them, and people take it, I just feel like people take it on a whole other level here. Like, it's just a difference. Being that it does not happen that often here, you will get absolutely screwed. It's just a different universe, though. It's a different universe. Task manager. All right, guys, hold on. We have to go all face for a second here. So what am I supposed to do with the task manager now? I don't want to stop Reaper, though. How do I just take it out of this view? Oh my gosh, this cat. Wow. Wow, that is just unbelievable right now. Okay, hold on here. No, it won't come out of this view. I just can't get it out of this view. That is bananas. End Reaper? Yeah, right. And it's the same thing. Am I back? Can you guys hear me? It's the same thing, the view. So he changed the view. So, okay, so now we know this. So now what he did is Reaper specific. We're sitting here. How do I... Okay, where would I figure out what he did to the view? Fucking guy. I can't get mad at him. You know, obviously, he's just a cat doing his thing, going across the... You son of a bitch. Okay. Yeah, we don't need to get this conversation too like going too crazy here in the chat. I don't want to talk about firearms too much. But I mean, if you really want to talk about it, I don't really care that much as long as you're not talking about anything crazy. I like firearms. I watched several firearms channels. I was a Demolition Ranch. I've been a Demo Ranch fan for a few years, not since like the beginning or anything, but for a bunch of years now. Love me some Donut Operator. I love watching Brandon Herrera. Love watching like firearm stuff. I am terrified of guns though. I hate guns. I had this for a minute. I had this idea that I wanted to learn. Guys, I have no idea. I have no idea how to get this out of the view that the cat put it in. Oh, geez, Louise. And it's just Reaper that he's done this with. Oh my goodness gracious. Does anybody have any idea of how he did a view? Okay, hold on. View. Transport. No. I have no idea. Full screen. Hey. Thanks. We got it. We got it. We got it. How did he manage that, man? Like, cats are crazy. We were just talking about, man, my cat that one time, and then of course it happens that he actually did something. That is hysterical. What a crazy little man. It's all good. We got it. We got it. Can everybody still hear me? Everything's good? All right. Sounds good. Why does it sound like that now? I remember what happened here. I didn't save what we did. So, okay. So I didn't save what we did. That was why the tone was all funky when we came back here. Okay. So, this seems like a pretty good time to take my break, but I'm going to get the next tone queued up before we do that. I've also got Spark, I've got Cobra, I've got Fortin Nameless Suite, which is going to be our next stop. You guys know we love to test things here with Fortin Nameless Suite. Why? Because it's a fucking amazing plugin, and I like the original better than the X version. You're like, but the X version's superior because it's got the transpose on it, brother. No, it's the transpose. This is literally the transpose to me. Means those features mean zero to me. What matters to me is how good it sounds. That's it. How good it sounds. In this case, I'm going to use my own IR and all this jazz. And we're just going to see let's see what we got here. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day today. It's a wonderful weekend for me. Oh, run break. If you guys don't know the run we're about to showcase here. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. I was reading something the other day about a post about Yngwie, and there's all these there's so many people that talk shit on him because he's such an arrogant prick, but yet people will stand right next to Falling in Reverse Ronnie Radke there, right? We'll stand right next to him. No, I'm standing with Ronnie Radke, man. Yeah, Yngwie's absolutely a huge douche. Huge douche. Has been his entire career. Maybe is it part of is it all an act? Is it just ego? Is it an action? We may never know. It's probably all real. But nonetheless, listen to how much talent he has. Yeah, he can be a bit arrogant. The guy, when you listen to Yngwie Malmsteen now, it's much less impressive than when people found him in the 80s and 90s. When you first hear him in those days, you have to remember there were not 10 billion guitar players playing neoclassical shred. There were none. There was one. That was it. There was Ritchie Blackmore, and then there was Yngwie Malmsteen. That was the sort of the evolution. And it took a long time before anybody caught up to Yngwie as far as the neoclassical thing went. Nobody got close. So it's easy to dismiss someone like Yngwie for someone that's maybe in Gen Z or even like a millennial or something like that, like certain eras that may, like these days, I could take my phone, and if the world was actually TikTok or Instagram, I could take my phone and throw it as hard as I can in any direction and hit a neoclassical shredder sitting in one of those goofy ass gaming chairs, shredding 9,000 notes a minute, completely robotically. You know, like, and how many of those people have we seen? Tons. So right now, sure, it's easy to hear or see Yngwie and be like, this guy, it's not that big a deal. I've heard so much of this. But imagine hearing that song, that run, before any of that existed. There were no power metal bands. There were none. That was it. There were no power metal didn't exist yet. Yngwie Malmsteen and in the Rising Force invented power metal. And so we have to give proper respect to, I wouldn't say they invented power metal. Some might argue that Deep Purple was the band that created power metal. And I wouldn't disagree that Deep Purple probably started a lot of that keyboard guitar, like the classical and faster stuff. And there was a lot of insane musicianship, high singing. Deep Purple was probably, in my opinion, the start of power metal. But Yngwie Malmsteen and the Rising Force, they took it to a whole other level entirely. So I've always got to give Yngwie a ton of respect for being as good as he still is. He can still play all of that stuff flawlessly. So give the man, yeah, sure, there are a lot of egocentric players out there these days, but he's been around for a time. So let's give credit where credit was due. Is this plugin never not amazing? It's just so good all the time. Might be one of the best tones I've had in a long time. That sounds really beefy. He does a lot of floor. Really, that surprises me that Yngwie Malmsteen does a lot of charity work. Really? That surprises me. But you know what? At the same time, that's respectable. Anybody that does volunteer work, charity work, I do a ton of it myself. So if you're out there and you dedicate your time to something that is not paying you money, but it does benefit others and does benefit or benefits the community, cheers to you. I spend a few hours every Sunday working on a disc golf course for my community, my city. Everyone and anyone can be able to use it. I've been doing volunteering my whole life, and it makes me feel good. So this cheers to Yngwie Malmsteen. I often always wondered if Yngwie Malmsteen's, if the whole thing was just an act. So like if at home he's just like a super chill, super easygoing guy. But it's like Danko Jones. If you've never heard of Danko Jones, and you might think, is he just an asshole on stage? No, he's an asshole off stage too. I know that. Well, no, maybe not. Maybe just he's just an asshole to some people, but he was definitely an asshole to me and a bar owner and a sound man and a local band. And yeah, so some people are just, I mean, some musicians are just not nice people, but gosh, don't you folks miss, for those of you that can remember days before the internet or before social media, gosh, don't you guys miss when we could just listen to a band and not give a flying fuck if they were nice people or not? You know, like, or fucking give a shit about their political views or their views on a tragedy or anything else. Do you remember when musicians could just play music and athletes could just play sports and it didn't matter? All this other shit didn't matter. Weren't those the best of days? That was the best of days, man. I miss the days where I could just watch a band and be, hey, did you hear that guitar player's a complete asshole? Yeah, I don't care about that because wheedly deedly deedly. How do I give a shit? No one ever listened to Slayer and wondered if they were nice guys back in the day. Like, just nobody sat around, gee, I wonder if Slayer are nice guys. No, fucking back in the day, we were wondering if they drank blood, like fucking ate like carcasses of horses. You know this shit. Because social media wasn't a thing. Nobody knew about everybody's families and their hobbies. And, oh, look, there's a picture of Tom Araya and his family shopping, and he's got a couple of bags. And let's make fun of him because he's holding shopping bags. It's like, who gives a shit? By the way, Xander, do you want me to share your scenario? Because, dude, that fucking sucks, and I want to talk about it. Matt Heafy, I've heard Matt Heafy. I've heard he is a super nice guy. I know somebody that actually, just by chance, actually got to roll with him at a jiu-jitsu gym. Somebody that was on vacation and got to roll with him at a jiu-jitsu gym in Florida. And, yeah, that would be cool. Just randomly going to a jiu-jitsu gym just to try things out. And you're on vacation. You go through, you want to get a roll in. You show up to a gym, and there's Matt Heafy. And he said to me, he's like he didn't really know it at first, but then he's like got a good look at him and was just like, asked him who he was. Yeah. All right, so we are checking out Multi-Drive Pedal Pro today, and G-Scream. We've only gone over the Screamers so far. I was hoping to go over a bunch of the different pedals today, but we'll see how far we get. I'm going to take a break in a second. And as you guys may or may not be well aware, I've sort of had this... raging gear about Boss overdrives lately. Apparently, this is a thing. Apparently, I've got this wild obsession with adding Boss overdrives and stuff. No idea. No, I have no idea where it came from or what it's based on, but this is happening apparently, and I'm kind of stoked about it because they sound really good. I'm kind of bored of Tube Screamers, so now I've just been trying to use other stuff like governors and other random pedals, overdrives, and other things. Here, buddy. All right. Oh, folks, this is Samuel. How's it going, buddy? For anybody that's not met Sam here, he is our blind boy, and he, as you guys can see, he's pretty capable. What's going on, buddy? You're being seen by at least 6 people right now. How do you feel about that? All right, guys, folks, just give me like 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to come back, and if you guys have anything in this anything in this plugin that you'd like me to do or check out, I'd really like to go after maybe a Cannibal Corpse tone on the back end here. Maybe pull out a rectifier. If you guys somebody could go look up the Cannibal Corpse The Cannibal Corpse boost settings. That would be terrific. And then I could go over to maybe that. That would be fun, right? Pull out a rectifier. Well, not currently, bro. There's a lot. Yeah. Well, all right. So Xander kind of caught a big L. And it just sucks when... How can I say this while being, like, still under... It just sucks when people take shit that's not theirs. Nothing makes me angry, more angry than being stolen from. Honestly, even something silly, like, I don't know if you guys know about disc golf or not, but the way that disc golf works is if you have your name, you put your name on your name and your number under the rim of all of your discs, so that if you lose one, people will find it, see your number, and text you or call you and be like, "Hey, I found your disc," and there's this big thing, and usually the finders get really excited about it because, hey, I found this person's disc and I'm going to give it back to them. And everyone's always so glad. Hey, thank you very much. And then the next time you see him, you're like, hey, that's the guy that found my disc. Thanks, man. Oh, I still got it. You know, it always makes me feel good giving people's discs back to them when I find them. But I've left 3 or 4 of them I've lost sight of, or something happened on the course and they ended up staying there and no one ever called me about them. And just like shit like that bugs me. You might be thinking that's a weird thing. Like if you leave something in a park, don't expect to get it back, you moron. And I agree, but it's sort of an unwritten rule in disc golf. It's sort of an assumed thing that if you're coming in, you find a disc, number on it, you text it, no number on it, well, then that is that person's own stupid fault for throwing a disc without their number and their name on it. But nonetheless, shit like when shit goes missing, when people steal shit, even the last time someone broke into my, well, I left my car unlocked. Somebody went into my car and took my granola bars out of my center console that I have there for when I feel like, you know, you're in traffic and all of a sudden you get really hungry and you start feeling a little faint. I grab a granola bar and throw it down the hatch and things are fine. But they just went in there and took my granola bars. And I'm just like, well, at least they went to somebody that was probably hungry. That's fine. But when things go missing, I feel violated. Even though someone just took my granola bars and my car was unlocked, I feel fucking violated. You know what I mean? I just wish people out there would stop opening doors that they know are not theirs. All right, folks, give me 2-3 minutes. I'll be back at you. In the meantime, let's see what we can do here. What are we going to do? In the meantime, I'm going to leave you guys with a savage tone. Savage tone. And am I wrong, or can you guys hear HM2 in this or not? You guys tell me when I get back. Ah, great timing. What great timing that is. Wake up and go to your... Wait, what? Tell me this isn't one of the greatest fucking black metal songs ever, and I'll call you a liar. Just kidding. When I think of good black metal, like when someone's like, what do you think of when you think of good black metal? Like actual black metal. I think of Dark Funeral. I think of Marduk. I think of Watain. That's the three bands that I guess would be my top that I think of when I think about good black metal. Tell me in the comments, when you guys think good black metal, what do you think? And if you don't like black metal, don't tell me about it. Just tell me instead. If you don't like black metal, don't be like, well, I don't like black metal, so whatever. That's fine. I don't care if you don't like black metal. A lot of people don't. It's one of those things where when someone like tells me that they don't like black metal, I'm like, yeah, I understand. It's very much an acquired taste. Excuse me. Pardon me. All right. But at the same time, even if you don't like black metal, tell me like the closest you've ever come to liking black metal. What was the band that you were like, Then there's symphonic black metal like Cradle of Filth and Demu and Septic Flesh. And then where would you guys find like Belphegor? Would that fall into like Blackened Death, like Behemoth? I would consider like Belphegor, Behemoth to be like Blackened death metal. But then again, I like putting things into categories to an extent, but I don't mind. I understand that these days many bands are pretty much undefinable because they blend so many genres. The other day, a guy robbed the car wheel of a parked car. Wow. Wake up and go to your car. Need to work 3 wheels. Yeah. Damn, and not normally a Whitechapel fan, but holy shit, the new album sounds so heavy. Nice. What was the new album? There was a new song I heard the other day too, and I'm trying to think of what it was. I can't think of what it was. But I heard a new song the other day that made me kind of go, oh, damn. The new Wolfheart, I know we were talking shit that one day about Wolfheart and like the song that sounded like 2 or 3 different songs, but man, that album is sounding really good. Really good. Like, can we just talk about this tone for a second? The EGA 412 414 is the greatest single IR file that I've ever used, and I use it with almost everything, obviously. But this, man, like, I feel like Neural DSP's Nameless Suite is just so perfect put with Multi-Drive Pedal Pro. They work really nice together. I strongly advise you guys try this. This is the Boss Super Overdrive, aka the S Drive in Multi-Drive Pro. It's going to take a little while for me to eliminate the pedal. And this is pretty much one of those like jack of all trades tones. You could use this for thrash. You could use it for hardcore. Or you could use it for American hard rock. But it says one song in. You can use it for hard rock, nice and clear. Use it for technical metal. It's clear. There's just so much going for this particular plugin right now. This is the original version, and I have used the I've used the X version. I've tried them back to back, same settings, same everything. I've done the research, and this one, the original plugin just hits different. Some people are like, well, yeah, they changed the IRs. Maybe it's because the originals are ML Sound Lab and the new ones maybe are redone or not redone, and I don't know what's going on with that. But what I can tell you is that I don't know specifically how to explain it, but if you have access to both versions, I strongly advise that you use the exact same preset on both, same guitar, same everything, back to back, and just go back and forth and tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. A couple of friends of mine that I've said to try this, and they agreed that the OG just hits different. Yes, the new one looks cooler, and it's the X version. It's got transpose, and it's got all this other jazz. But really, what at the end of the day, what you really care about, what you should really care about, is the how good the amp sounds, how good the gear inside sounds, as opposed to all the bells and whistles they're adding. The bells and whistles mean absolutely nothing if all of a sudden that they've changed the amp itself or changed something else to where it does not respond to the same way or doesn't do the same things as the original. The original, Nameless, is super well known for being probably the very first plugin that they did side by side, like they did, what did they use, a spectrometer or something like that, side by side, and it was as close to one-to-one replica as anything has ever been. For a long period of time, everyone was trying to achieve that one-to-one, and this was one of the very first plugins that did it. And I believe it was the fella from Stradivarius that did this. There's a video, you can go and watch it. This straight up here. I'm not sure what to search for, but if you look for the Nameless, it's like the Nameless side by side, or Nameless authenticity, realism, whatever. It's the current guitar player from Stradivarius did it at his studio. I'm not sure if he's current anymore. I haven't seen the lineup of the band even in a while. So anyways, this fella that has a studio did a side-by-side back with the amp to the plugin, same settings, same everything, and they determined that this was really close, and as close as anybody had gotten at that point to achieving that one-to-one sound, feel, etc. So, I would say that this, if you're gonna mess with that, like, to mess with that to me is absolute madness. I would have been, if I was at the helm of that project, I would have said, do what you got to do to upgrade and update this thing. But at the end of the day, this thing better sound as good as it fucking did in the first place. And if it doesn't, you're going to go back to the drawing board every time that it doesn't. You know what I mean? And I don't know, you guys out there, tell me if I'm wrong. You guys try them back to back. I will do it in one of the next streams. Maybe we'll just do it and have some fun. You really want to try this? Yeah, absolutely. But Xander, I've got a long history with this plugin. This plugin is on like countless recordings that I did. I was using this when I was maybe at the height and the heat of my being active as like a recording and a songwriter and everything else. I have this plugin appears on, it has to be well over 50 songs, well over 50 projects. And everything in it sounds great. And one of the best things in it is this one is the blues driver. And I remember using this, I was trying to record a song for my dad, and not like anything mushy about my pops, but just being like, hey dad, this is kind of like the kind of stuff I can do. And I was doing this bluesy or rock song. I pulled out the blues driver. And if you guys have never used this pedal in its actual form, like in its analog form, if you've never, having hands on is great, but even go on like, YouTube and look up all the clips you can of a piece of gear when you're trying to judge the authenticity. And when I always suggest, always make sure you watch those videos done by that random fucking dude in his mid 40s like me with like a cell phone in his rec room, and he's like, here's my pedal. And so, I'm going to put this on the YouTube. And it's got 750 views over 10 years. Watch that video. Watch that one too, because that guy, you want to hear the authenticity, not just produced, but through all different forms. And then what your brain is going to do, it's going to tie all the different tone characteristics together that you're hearing in every single video. And all of a sudden that becomes the authenticity that you need to hear in the plugin form. So before trying a plugin, I would suggest find that piece of gear on YouTube, watch as much content as you can on it. Don't even worry about trying it in person and having your hands on one. That's fine. But if you can't, lots of clips up here of the Blues Driver and every other pedal in the suite. Every single pedal in this suite has multiple videos, like in its analog form right up here, that you'd be able to go and listen to, find those tonal characteristics, and then use this and say, oh, geez Louise, that does sound pretty good. I wonder what the Blues Driver would sound like as a boost, though. It's twangy. Not really what this is designed for. Let's do more what this is designed for here. We're going to go to Mercurial Audio Spark. And this is, an older plugin, but probably the best Marshall plugin ever made. And still, in my opinion, there has not been too many to beat this one yet, because it is just so good at what it do. And man, there's plenty of output there. Andy's here. Nice. Andy's the guy, too. That he would come in here right when the Blues Driver comes in. He would come in here right now. Because of all the pedals in here, I bet you that this is probably one of Andy's favorites. I know the guys on the team here pretty well to know like what kind of gear everybody gets down with, so that when plugins come out, I know exactly who to go for first on the team. You know, most of the time it can be like most of the team is going to understand, but like there are certain pieces of gear that, and I know this is right up Andy's avenue. So I would be interested. Hold on. I never got into them because I was a dickhead hardcore kid when they came out. Hold on. I got to go back here. That's Black and Death for sure, Bubba. Sweet, would you agree that Belphegor and Behemoth are black and death metal? We're talking about different genres of black metal. And the wife and I, we like our black metal around this house. And when it comes to black metal, I think we both kind of agree that like Dark Funeral. I'm not sure if she's into Marduk yet or not. And she says no. She's more of the symphonic black metal type. As soon as you like, it's like black metal. Black metal keyboards. She's it's her. Take any black metal and just throw that. She's just like, all right, I'm in. Fucking, let's go. This is a really great plugin, folks. If you've never heard of it or used it, check out Spark ASAP. I love this version of this song. So we're going to go with and without so you guys can hear what I'm talking about. There's this chimey twanginess to this pedal. So here's without. I'm really curious as to why the levels in this are just so odd, because I know I'm hitting it pretty hard right now, but why is there? It just seems like there's so little level in and out of this. So So here's without. Dirty deeds end done with feet. All right, and this is with. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the band Royal Republic, but we found them. I've heard of them. I've heard of them before. Can I get a show of hands? Who's heard of Royal Republic? I don't know what it is. All right, something in my All right. Anyways, we came across Royal Republic, and they do some great covers, and the tone in this one song, I know that I threw it in at the start of the stream, but I'm going to throw it in again. Check this tone out. And by the way, go watch the video for actually. You know what? We're going to watch it together. We're going to watch it together right now. Am I allowed to do that? Last time we watched a video, it fucking got really mad at me. I don't know if I should do it. I don't know what happened that time. It got really mad at me. It was like actually going to give me some sort of like shit. But anyways, go watch the video for Venus by Royal Republic. They're all dressed up as black metal dudes, and they're all trying to be like dead serious, but one of them gets this crush on this girl throughout the video, and it had us laughing, like actually laughing at the video. So this tone though, man, this tone. That's definitely an octaver there. Almost sounds like CKY here. You baby, she's got it. We watched these guys live at Summer Breeze on YouTube. They had the live streams, and man, these guys are fucking professional. Professional. And then they just randomly busted out. We got to do it. But they randomly busted out. We're going to do it. Fuck it. We're going to go and you guys need to see this. Because one time you guys remember when we watched, hold on.
Für ganz, ganz viele Sachen braucht man einfach ein.
I fucking hate that. Sorry, guys. It makes me physically angry when I go into the regular. How weird is that? Holy shit. They're listening to us. Look at the fucking middle video. Look at the middle video. Royal Republic Summer Breeze. I was just about to go and search for it, and it's right here. That's creepy, folks. That's super weird. All right, I want to show you something with these guys. You guys remember when we watched Nickelback cover Metallica, right?
Ugh, why do I have to be at your
Shut up. Ads.
Because someone
I've got premium on my other account. Hold on, let's find it.
Is that all right?
You guys need to check this out. I know they abbreviate it because set times are tight.
Heavy metal band. That's what I really wanted. But then we kind of figured out that we like money too. And so
Check this, man. These guys
here
are
we
terrific.
15 years down the road with our Swedish pop quartet, right? But we're doing all right. And every now and then,
These guys, you know how Nickelback obviously loves Metallica. Grew up
bit of fun. Is that all right?
doing the Metallica thing.
So we're gonna play a song.
And check these guys out,
we
though.
always play. We want to have fun. If you don't like it, don't blame us. Blame Metallica.
Random band pulls out Metallica and crushes it. I was watching it going, holy shit, these guys are playing pop metal, and then just bust out into perfect Metallica. You can tell by the way he stands. He grew up idolizing James Hetfield. You can just tell by the way he stands over a mic. Him and it's him and Chad Kroeger the same way, but this guy even more so. He punches over the mic like James Hetfield. And you have to, if you've seen enough Metallica, you just know where that Hetfield stands. Fuck yeah! Beautiful. Killer.
Fun!
But these guys are super fun, man. If you guys get a chance, make sure you check these guys out. That song got stuck in my head the other day. Anyways, that's fucking weird that shit happened. But we're going to forget about that for now. We're just going to go back to what we were doing. I just downloaded UJam Retro as a free or limited time bundle of effects. That's fun. It seems like they are rebiased. They rebiased it or something. It's been so long since I opened the original. Yeah, me too. And my account didn't even exist. They had something happen at the company where I think somebody left, and I don't know exactly what happened, but they had like somebody at the company. There was some sort of restructuring, or I don't know what happened. But man, they have very, very high quality stuff under the roof at Audified. Rest assured. How's it going, Bo? Blues Driver. This was his sound. Who are we talking about? Oh, I see. Hold on. One of my buddies used to 800 edge of breakup. He used a Blues Driver with pedal gain on 11 o'clock to kick up the amp. That's right about where I have it. Right about 11 o'clock. Just a little shade under it. Andy Timmons. Let's see what I got here. So I've got exactly what you're after here. That sounds really good. Wow. Little attitude, or just hit those notes wrong, and that's what happens anyways. Man, you want to hear one of the heaviest tones ever? Go listen to Dr. Feelgood. You'll be like, "Whoa, stop talking about boomer shit, dude." It's a heavy fucking tone. I don't care what era you talk. We talk about any era of guitar, any era, and that tone is still heavy as fuck. That's one thing about that riff that I didn't know for years is that I always thought it was. Actually, I can't even do it wrong the way I used to do it. I didn't know that it was the little shuffle. Dun-ka-dun-ka-dun-ka. But it's just not that. Man, it's smooth as a baby's ass on that one. Anyhow, this plugin is sick. This is Spark. There's a few different amps. You've got a Super Bass 67, Super Lead 68. You got an 800, and then you have the Slash amp, the AFD, which has got more mids and more high top ends than you would need. Like, you could crack a hole in the sky with this thing. It has a lot, especially if you fuck around with the 34 mod there. The 34 mod can get out of control pretty quick, though, so you have to really... some people love it, some people hate it. Bo, what do you think of the 34 mod? Are you a big fan? Some people are, some people aren't, and it doesn't usually fall anywhere in the middle. Anyhow, let's go back to the Screamer for a second. I want to do one more thing to this. Turn that up. All right, see what else we have here. I want to try the 34 mod, but again, the things kick off in a heartbeat with this thing. And that is... That sounds delightful. All right, what else we got here? Yeah, like... Andy is hitting it right on the head here, exactly as Andy tends to do when it comes to a lot of different effects and stomps. The Andy is like the analog stomps guy here. He knows his analog stomps. I would argue that he and Bo, we all have some knowledge of some stomps around here, but their knowledge is it's way up here. The Blues Driver is just a unique bird. It's just a different bird. It just sounds different. It just is different. I'm going to go to the Super Overdrive. I kind of liked the second Screamer best here. There's a lot of mids happening and lack of mids and everything else is... Sounds great. Back to the 800. And... I knew that was going to be a bit louder. That sounds nice. It's snappy. We've been here a while now, and we've been testing. We're not all the way there. We've got a lot of stuff yet to test. I think maybe I'll leave the remainder of this plugin. There's a lot left, as you can see here. Sorry, I was trying to scratch my leg as we do this. You know what I would have liked? It would have be kind of cool if when they redid this, they gave you the option to use 2 pedals and stack 2. Although it's really just as simple as firing up a second instance of the plugin, and it's not that hard on resources. So you just fire up a second instance of the plugin and you just stack as you will. I don't know what the deal is with the plus and minus here. Like, the plus and minus would assume that I could turn up and down the input and output, although I cannot do that. So that's a bit interesting. So I think we're going to do a Doom Tomb, maybe even tomorrow. We're going to do a Doom Tomb either tomorrow or next weekend. And we're going to do a Doom Tomb, and we'll have lots of fuzz. And this will be part of the show. And we'll do the rat. We will do the... Oh, we can probably do the distortion plus. That's exact. That's what we were going to do today. I want to make sure we do that. So let's do the corpse boost. How do I boost it like the Cannibal Corpse? How do I do that? Trying to think of which rectifier would I like to use. Oh, guess which one? Of course, I'm going to use the rev. All right, let's get the rev all fired up here, all jazzed and snazzed. I am going to, because I just feel like using my own. The new cabs in this are amazing. I just kind of don't feel like getting too crazy right now. I just want to use the amp. Just give me the amp for now. I'm okay with the amp. Don't even need the pedals. Just give me the amp. Actually, wait. Now, let's get... They're on the red channel. And modern. So then I'll just kill that. That skips me some steps of having to get the amp set up. All right, now the corpse boost. How do we do the Cannibal Corpse boost? Does anybody have those settings? I prefer the 36 mod personally. The 34 mod sounds thinner and brittle. I agree. It is a bit thinner and a little brittle. It tends to be... Oh, interesting. I didn't know that about Appetite versus User Illusion. I would argue that the guitar sound is better on Appetite, though. Like the rhythm guitar sound, shockingly better. How's it going, Exhumed Corpse? Yeah, Andy is definitely our pedal guy. He is our mad pedal scientist. Like, I know there are other guys on the team here that know their pedals and shit, but man. All right, I guess I'm going to have to look this up. Cannibal Corpse Metal Zone. Metal Zone settings. Use it as a high gain boost into an amp. Yes, I understand this. Distortion to 0 or low. Level to maximum. And the EQ, he thinks. The EQ knobs to taste. Thank you very fucking much. Adjust to taste. Fuck. Clanker. Fucking clanker. I know that the fucking settings are somewhere. Can someone just give them to me? Someone find them and hook me up. I don't want to watch a video about how to do this right now. I'm going to go and do what I think it might be the case here. I'm going to use just a pinch of the distortion, as it said. The level we're going to start about 75%. High, low, mid. I believe they suck mids out. Now, as far as the frequency goes, I have no idea. So let's see if we're roughly in the right place here. That didn't sound right. That definitely does not sound right. So let's find what does sound right. All right, I think I'm in the right place for the tone. I realized I should also be using a rectifier cabinet. Do you want to get that specific? Nah, fuck it. Let's just stick with the angle for now. We don't have to get that specific. Now, we just have to find that mid. That doesn't sound right to me at all. No, that's not correct. Interesting. Cannot get this sounding exactly. I'll have to do a little bit more. I remember. I can't talk. I remember that this metal zone used to sound pretty bang on, but I don't know the exact settings. So I'm gonna have to go look up the settings and then save. Wait. Do they have? Oh, distortion, brutal metal. Interesting. No, I didn't think there'd be it'd be interesting if somebody really wanted to do their homework. A corpse preset in there would be very handy. All right, folks, that's going to be almost my time today. Almost my time. I'm really happy to see this plugin back because while back in those days there were not that. There were a lot of pedal plugins, and today there are way more pedal plugins. But it's awesome that they put these out, and these things still play. They sound awesome. Every pedal that I used today sounded terrific. We are going to do another stream where I'm going to bust this out in a Doom tube. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next weekend, depending on what's going on. So yeah, let's see what happens with that. And I look forward to it. There's a couple of fuzz pedals, a rat, a DS1. And if you guys know a DS1, you can make some awful sounds with the DS1. It's super awful sounds with that thing sometimes. Yeah, the rhythm's all Izzy Stradlin. But you could definitely still hear Slash's rhythm guitar tone on both of those albums, if I'm not mistaken. No? Or at least I always thought you could hear his tone on those albums because it was very distinct on the Use Your Illusions albums. Very distinct. And I didn't really like his rhythm tone or his lead tone as much, to be honest, on the Use Your Illusions stuff. I always thought his tone was way better on Appetite. And having read his book, I remember him telling some awesome stories about what happened with amps and stuff like that in the studio. So Bo likely knows all those stories. Very early morning. Yeah, we went to bed. I finally fell asleep about 1 o'clock last night. I woke up about 6:45 today. It's my brain just wakes me up at 6:45. No matter what time I go to sleep, my brain is hardwired to just be like, boink, 6:45, motherfucker, get up. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to get up. But then things start to creep into my mind, like, you have work to do. Stop wasting hours on the weekend. So then I just got up, and then we played our round, and it went pretty well. I would say that, man, I've got work to do. I've really let my short game go to shit. So that I really would have had an awesome round today if it wasn't for awful putting. So if you know disc golf, then you'll know that putting is just like regular golf. Putting can either make you or break you. And I'm going to go watch some of that right now. If you guys are out there and you're curious about what professional disc golf looks like, go and watch the MVP Open on Jomez Pro. It's a fun one. This course is super fun to watch, and I'm like, I can't wait. I'm going to go right after this and fire up some munchies, and we're going to watch. It's going to be fun. So have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, everybody. I will be back either tomorrow or very certainly next weekend, and we're going to have some fun next weekend. Also, maybe tomorrow, if anything, I was thinking, you know what? I have some I'll tell you what, guys. If you're around tomorrow, I'm not going to say what time. And it's going to be an all-face kind of stream, but I've got some testing to do tomorrow. And I've decided that that could be something that occasionally people might want to watch, is something that is either a beta testing, but you won't be able to see the screen of the plugin because it's not released. But you guys will be able to hear the tones and the effects and I will be audible about what I'm, I'll be talking about what I'm doing. So if that's something that interests you and you guys want to see me and watch and hang out with me while I test something, I'll be talking less, as probably preferred for some people. You probably want me to talk less anyway. So if you want me to talk a bit less, I'm going to be making notes and doing my things and kind of telling you guys how I test things. It is unreleased. You'll be able, I could throw some guesses out there for you, but I can't, nothing too specific. You'll be able to look at my glasses, see if you can see it. And if you can, and you can guess what it is, I will give you a free license for it on the spot. I'll tell you that. Okay. If you can guess what it is just by my glasses, I will literally send you a license the day it comes out. And if you can guess what it is, the developer, the plugin, and everything else just based on my glasses. As one time I actually got in trouble for that. Back in the day, way back in the day, I used a plugin where someone went and said they could see it and decided to start a dust up about it, that I can see what it is, I know who it's by, and they weren't correct, but it was a big deal to this person. Was essentially just mad that I was using something before they were, and it was like they were up in arms about it. And we eventually banned that person from the group because it was like every time I did a stream like that, they would just complain. And it's funny because I see this user right still these days. We're talking about 6-7 years ago. And I can see this. I still see this user all over guitar social media pages or AmpSim. We'll say AmpSim social media pages talking just the same shit. In the comments, you can see this guy. And man, he is a lot to deal with. I remember him well. There were only two people to ever get banned from the old Honest AmpSim Reviews user group. 2. And they're still banned to this day, even though the forum has changed names. They're still banned. That's terrific. Hey man, try level max. All EQ settings at 10 o'clock. Distortion at minimum. Hold on. Let me look at it. Hold on. Level. Hold on. Let me try level max. Got it. Check. Distortion down. Check. All EQ settings at 10 o'clock. So about here. Okay. See what we got here. I put my pick away and everything. I was waving goodbye. And then I saw that. I'm like, no, I can't let that go. Is that video back yet? Can we look real quick before you guys get out of here? Cannibal Corpse, Brandon, Ellis, Jackson. Did they figure this shit out yet and get this video back online? Because it really pisses me off that they took it down. It was so annoying. Yeah, it's still down. Somebody copyright claimed the beautiful video that featured Brandon Ellis talking about Cannibal Corpse and his new Jackson guitar. It's the sexiest guitar I've ever seen in my life. And Exhumed Corpse, I know that you've seen the video. What do you think of that guitar? I would be really interested. Have you seen the video? No, thank you. He's finding it. He's finding the bowls. This cat. There's just something I'm not nailing with it. I'll spend some more time with it. That can't be that. I'm also not using EMGs right now. That's the other problem. Cannibal Corpse tone is very active pickup, EMG, active pickup-ish. And I know that Brandon Ellis is not using because he's a Seymour Duncan endorser. He's using something else by them that actually a pickup I've never heard of. So I'd be really interested. And every time I hear of an active pickup I've never used or even really heard of, I'm like, That guitar is awesome. So fucking awesome. 7-string Kelly with a 26 scale with the single. The only thing that I thought would do different on that guitar is make the bridge pickup red. I know that Seymour Duncan does none of their active stuff or none of their plastic encased pickups. None of them get done in anything but black though. I begged, I pleaded, I made like the please, sir, please. I begged them at the custom shop, even the custom shop. I begged them, and they would not make me a dimebucker in white. I offered them, I was like, just tell me what it's going to cost. I want a dimebucker in white with gold rails. If it costs me $400, I don't care. I was going to go in the Mindzinger. It's going to live in there forever. I don't care what it costs. Can you just tell me, like, can we just do this? Like, is there not some sort of fee? Like, if Billy fucking Gibbons called you up tomorrow and said, hey, can you make me a dimebucker in white with gold rails? How much would it cost him? Is it going to cost like $1,500? In that case, no thank you. But still, I was really wanting a dimebucker in white, but they told me they don't make any of their fully encased pickups, like some of their actives, the dimebucker, and some of the other stuff. They only make them in black. So that kind of sucks. So EMG kind of has the by the bowls on this one. Even Fishman's white is, to me, it looks weird. It's like it's very, very, it's not durable. Like if you even nick their colored finishes at Fishman, they don't like that. And the wear shows immediately. So even if you touch it accidentally with a screwdriver or something, it's not. But with the EMGs, fuck that. It's like you can drop a brick on an EMG and it's just gonna, like, what? Yeah, I'm good. They barely ever show any kind of wear on the top surface. So EMG has them there. You can get EMGs in some of the coolest colors. And to this day, I kick myself because Tommy at EMGs just once sent me an email that said, hey, I have a purple. They made 3 guitars at Schecter. If you guys can look this up, it's true. They made 3 guitars, I believe at Schecter or LTD, that were all the Ninja Turtles colors. They made 1 guitar for each Ninja Turtle that was matched and had like this Ninja Turtle custom vibe to it, and all the pickups. So they made four sets in each color, and then they had them around the office, and they had the purple, the red, the orange, and yellow. But there was like an actual yellow, but you can't get yellow at EMG anymore. You can only get like a highlighter yellow. So I remember when Tommy at EMG said, hey, I've got this set of 8185 purple. And I was like, I had nowhere to, I didn't take it. And I wish I could go back and take it. Because, man, that was so cool. No, thank you. Anyways, guys, folks, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for liking the page. Thank you for subscribing. Please do like the video. If you are watching this, subscribe. And if you don't want to subscribe, I'm not going to force you to do it or make you feel bad about it. If you want to lurk and not subscribe until we really sell you, that's the way I view it. If you haven't subscribed to a page yet, or if you're a YouTuber and someone has not subscribed to your channel rather yet, it's because you haven't made them click the button. All the other stuff they're subscribed to. You got to make them click that button. And if we have not entertained you enough to click the button just yet, I can promise you, I can say that I hope someday that we can change that. And I can promise you that we will try. All right, folks. I'm going to end this stream today with actually, no, let's do it. Let's do something a little bit different. Now, let's do the Peeling Flesh again. This Peeling Flesh song is so fucking heavy, and I just love the one the pinch harmonics. I don't know how they do this, and I want to know. So now I'm going to be doing some investigation. I know it's a boop 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 kind of thing in different areas of where you hit the pinch harmonic on the actual string. So I'm going to start to try to figure out those various different things and nuances of the pinch harmonic now that I'm getting a little bit better at them. All right, thanks, folks. I will see you guys next time. My challenge for you in the meantime is to go and check out everything that Audified has to offer. And thank you to Audified for always hooking us up and making sure that we had, NFRs for stuff to test. I've been testing stuff for Audified for a really long time. In fact, I can remember doing some beta work for them. Probably, it's got to be going on 15 years ago. 15 years ago, I can remember doing some beta stuff with Audified. It was one of the first companies that I got to do some beta stuff for way back. And there was one fella that worked at the company. I don't think he works there any longer. His name was Jarek, and he always treated me with so much respect. And he's out there somewhere. Cheers, Jarek. And I wonder who he's working for these days. Honestly, he's a very, very talented human being. So there's a lot of talented folks working in the AmSam industry, and folks, we get to live the benefits. Thank you so much for being here.